How's it going, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? Infail here with another just stupid build, this one. This one's just stupid. Like, anybody else, if they got hold of a Brimstone Rain, they'd be like, well, just go Meteor. You know, why do you need to do anything else, Dean? Why do you have to be wacky all the time? And I'm like, I can't help myself, right? A few reasons why I've gone wacky with this one. Number one, I don't like how sorceresses only get 1 damage per tree. I would love to see Ice Bolt synergizing with Charge Bolt and stuff like that. You know, maybe stuff that makes more sense, like, you know, Thunderstorm synergizing with Blizzard because it's a storm. There's precipitation going on, you know, things like that. Just so that sorcerers aren't tied down to just 1 damage, you know? Because if your mercenary's physical and you're cold and you come across a fire physical, you're screwed. So I'm always trying to make sorceresses that have lots of damage types, and in this example I've got a few. Let's go through it and I'll show you what's going on. So Brimstone Rain, as you can see, I've got minus 15% to enemy physical resistance. It got a terrible slam, unfortunately, so that's why I thought I'm going to do something stupid with this. So we've got pluses to Fire Mastery, Meteor there, and enemy physical resistance. So you've got Meteor there, right? And as you can see, the damage is pitiful. You're thinking, well, Dean, why haven't you synergized this? Why haven't you maxed it? What's going on here? And it's like, because we're going to do something silly, like I said. So we've got Kira's for the minus enemy fire res and minus enemy lightning res. Sadly, again, this was a bad roll because cold is the highest one and I'm not using a cold skill. So we've got a +3 to fire skills amulet with some other bits and pieces on it. Again, nothing fancy. Corpse Mourn, just purely because I wanted to experiment with, you know, the minus 15 to enemy physical resistance and fire skill masteries and things, plus using a corpse explosion just for a memes skill. So I've got it on, I've got telekinesis to push monsters back, which is what I always have there, and pick up potions and stuff. And then I've also got, like I said, corpse explosion's hotkeyed, so I can just use it to my advantage. Like, again, Nilithak. If I'm stood back laying down meteors and stuff, I want to blow up the corpses and, you know, keep the Merc safe from him getting corpse exploded. So yeah, that's that rationale there for that. Again, just memes. Big resistance boots. Again, I'll pull them off so you can see them better. Big resistance boots because you don't have a shield. Bit of magic find. Again, they're not terrible. I think they're pretty good, actually. Most people would say, no, they're not, Dean. Faster cast rate ring with life and resistances and things. A little bit of magic find, just stay alive. Gloom's Trap for the vitality bonus and the increase of maximum mana and things. Cast rate ring with some all res, magic find, life per kill. Again, nothing special. I'm sure you guys will get better. I won't. And mage fists for the plus to fire skills, of course, and bit of magic find. Again, no stress there. Just and cast rate, of course, for movement. On Switch, we have a memory staff, which I'm a big fan of. So we get our massive energy shield pluses, we get static field to help against bringing the bosses down a little bit, and shiver armor, so we get a free shiver armor. So I'd have to put points in that tree. So that's the gear. And then I've got some decent fire skillers, 33 life, got, you know, a couple of planes, again, nothing crazy. Torch, again, never get Annihiluses, I'm not that lucky. That's my best fire skill damage charm, I think, with 18 to life. Some other fire skill damage, not brilliant. Life and mana grand charms are very useful because they keep you alive in a lot of respects, because I use energy shield, as I said, on Switch, and you need the mana to keep that up as a secondary life pool. Again, resistance charms and stuff down here, a couple of life, but resistance because you don't have a shield. So moving on to the skills, so we have nothing in the cold tree. Like I said, we get our free level 8 shiver armor, 87% defense bonus, not to be sniffed at, for free. So then the lightning tree, because like I said, I want to have more than just fire physical. I like to have another damage type. So, and I love Thunderstorm because it's very passive. You can just sit back and let it do its thing. Now, it doesn't do a lot of damage, as you can see. It's only a K. If I had like a better inventory, I'd have a bunch of lightning skillers and stuff, and more just plus skills everywhere to just really bring that up, yeah? But with the max lightning mastery and the frequency that it procs because you maxed it, it brings the delay down, like, by a lot. So now it's down to 1 second. So it's just bam, bam, bam. And everything that's fire physical immune gets spanked by that. So that's good. And then obviously 1 point teleport, so you can move around. Didn't put anything into energy shield because again the points are spread pretty thin in this build. Leads us to the fire tree. So Meteor, I put 1 point in so I could actually. Well, I can't remember why I put 1 point in actually. I think it was just so I had something to cast for fun. But I maxed Fire Mastery because it's a synergy. I maxed Blaze because it's a synergy, and you can run around super fast with it, which is awesome. And the explosion and average fire damage, if you're standing there, is not really anything to be sniffed at. I think it's pretty good, actually. And then that was it. Again, I'm a bit low level, so I'd be maxing more synergies for Meteor and stuff like that. So again, it's pure memes, this build, just absolute memes. The Mercenary, he's got Reaper's Toll, so you get the amp coming out to increase the physical damage portion of the Meteors that come out. Obviously, you get level 35 Meteor on casting. This is the most important part. So when you cast a Meteor, there's, you know, you're casting something that's doing a tiny bit of damage, yes, but because you're constantly casting, then that procs. And then that's the real deal damage because it's synergized, and it will just thump down on people. And then obviously the physical part, great. Again, Vampire Gaze because it's a fantastic helmet, so that he gets damage reduction and life leech and MDR as well. Please never change that, PD2 mods. I love that helmet. Shaft Stop, fast hit recovery slam, big life, big damage reduction, just all round fantastic armor. A safety belt craft, so he's got strength to put his gear on, and bit of resistances, bit of life, even though the life roll was bad. Marrow Walks for the Cannot Be Frozen. Again, I just had nothing better because I'm poor. And Magnus Skin with a life leech slam. Again, terrible gloves. Well, they're great gloves, but you can do better. It's just I was poor and I needed 20% increased attack speed and a bit of life leech. So yeah, he doesn't do much damage, but he's standing around keeping us safe with his aura, Defiance, because I get quite up close and personal, being an idiot. So yeah, that's the stuff there. So let's go do a bit of testing. So on Switch, as I said, we have the energy shield. And then we get our free shiver armor. Back here, it's only... Oh no, it's 27. Never mind. So if we go stand over here a minute. As you can see, that's coming down and just tickling. But it does help against the physical fire immunes. Right, so now we're going to get involved. We're going to go do something. So we start pumping down meteors, and as you can see, every so often one will change straight after it, and that's the big bad boy meteor. So that's coming down, and then bam bam, there you go, see, and it does crazy damage. So yeah, it's just a way of getting that extra. It's great for just fire and forget. You know, you're not thinking about it. See, they're already getting tickled down, and then any meteor that kicks in, and then as you can see, because we're killing quite quickly, we're getting a big army there. So we can teleport in and they'll follow. They don't come with the teleport because they're not revives, but they will follow. And if you're sort of in a map situation and you do this in the map, you know, you start killing things, eventually they'll either catch up, and sometimes they will spawn with you. They're a bit janky, the whole, you know, reanimate as factor on items. They're a bit janky. Sometimes they'll just completely follow you around, you know. You end up with just them with you. And they're so useful for tanking because you can be sat in the middle of something and they're taking the hits for you. You know, it's like jump over here, bam, bam, bam. You know, and then all of a sudden one might pop out, which it didn't. But yeah, I would love to have a plethora of lightning skillers there to really bring up the thunderstorm damage. You know, level 35 Meteor does a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Even without max fire mastery, max blaze, and then shooting towards maxing fireball, well, putting points in fireball, you won't be able to max it, but it makes that Meteor incredibly powerful. And then just has a few extras as well, you know, in the form of the lightning damage to deal with those pesky fire physical. Got Amp, surely he'll remove most physical. And I'm like, yeah, you know, on Switch, if I had Call to Arms and I cast Battle Cry, that could probably deal with it, you know. Side note, everyone, I was so disappointed with my display of this character's, you know, corpse explosion memes that I decided to just go back in and record some extra footage just to slot in at the end here to show you, you know, what I meant. I was too busy justifying the low damage of the procs that help you get corpses, you know. it's a simple matter. Bam, bam. Then we switch back. We just make sure that it's only a short timer, 237 seconds. We just make sure it stays topped up. And then we teleport in. We can lay a Meteor to help, but we can just teleport in. And hopefully that'll illustrate. There you go, a Meteor coming down from teleport. I can use Corpse Explosion. That will bring Meteors down, as you can see. Yeah, if I really want a helping hand, I cast Meteor myself. So yeah, we bam, bam, bam that one. We pull back a little bit. Yeah, that didn't show, but we'll try another example. That was a nice example. So there we go, everybody. That's how that works. So we spam the Corpse Explosions, Meteors come down. There we go. I like making dumb stuff. What can I say? Again, I hope you found it fun. Just to take away from that is fun. You know, blowing things up with Corpse Explosion. You know, I keep forgetting top key. You know, that's also a fun thing in, you know, public runs, and you're blowing things up as a sorceress. Everyone's like, what? And it's like, yeah, guys, Corpse Morn. And then they're just like, what's wrong with you? There you have it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it inspires you to make some crazy stuff yourself.